it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC theory. So, in today's video, what we are actually going to be taking a look at is a popular theory that has been making its way around different Super Smash Bros. Ultimate fans. However, guys, as always, and I cannot stress this enough, just because this theory does seem to have some kind of credibility and will probably make a lot of sense to a lot of you, that does not mean that this is going to end up happening, so make sure you guys take this with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about this just for fun. If you guys would like to read along while I talk, you can find a link to the original post in the description bar down below, and now, with all of that out of the way, I have to tell you guys where this theory came from. So guys, this theory was sent in to me by one of my subscribers on my Discord server, so if you guys haven't already joined up, you can find a link to my Discord as well as links to all of my other social media presences, such as my Twitter and Patreon, in the description bar down below, as well as the pinned comment. Also guys, don't forget, we are currently doing a Nintendo eShop gift card giveaway over on my girlfriend's channel, Rebecca Lee, so if you guys haven't already subscribed to her channel, you can find a link to it in both the description as well as the pinned comment, so make sure you guys subscribe to her and also subscribe to me for your chance to win. However guys, that is not what this video is about, so without further ado, let's go and take a look at the companion theory. So guys, this theory comes from Smashboards.com, and it is titled Companion Theory DLC 4 and 5, and it is posted by Nintendo Edgy Man. It starts by saying, first of all, if anyone has thought of this before me or said it before me, then please let me know. I don't want to steal someone's spotlight. That being said, the companion theory is an idea I had after observing patterns with newcomer art and themes. The basic idea is that, as a way of making the DLC Fighter Pass more cohesive, every fighter has a partner or companion. For example, Joker has Morgana, Hero has Slime, and Banjo, of course, has Kazooie. Something to note about Banjo is that his idle stance does not have Kazooie from what I've observed. This means Kazooie is more of a companion than a partner like Nana or Luma. For examples of other newcomers, I've decided to narrow it down to Namco and Capcom characters due to other speculations and my personal speculation of the other companies joining. First up, we have Monster Hunter. This character, if you combine the votes for them with Palico, was pretty big during the Smash ballot and is even bigger now with World's popularity. Not only that, but it was decided in 2016 when Capcom was still trying to bring it harder in the West. An obvious companion is, of course, Palico, which along with Rathalos is basically the series mascot. This is not the only option, however, because you could also include the lesser known Shalakala. This is less likely but worth mentioning. And wow, just a quick side note, I know I definitely butchered that name, I apologize. After that, we have Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright is a decently popular Capcom character with a medium to large fan base. They would be included not only because of popularity, but to introduce newcomers to a series that has always been just on the verge of becoming extremely popular. The companion would obviously be Maya, considering that she was literally the companion to him in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Project X Zone. After that, we have Amaterasu. This character has always had a cult following within the community, and from what I've seen, did well on the Smash ballot. Okami has always had a good following, but Smash could be the catalyst for it to break through into action game mainstream. The obvious companion would be Isun, a character that is by your side for pretty much the whole game. After that, we have Yuri Lowell. This character also has a cult following and is big in Japan. He is the most popular Tails character to the point where he was banned from some popularity polls. He also has the Belmont or Hero problem, where he is competing against characters from his own series, making him appear less popular than he actually is. They would obviously put him in to promote Tails in the West, more because so far only Symphonia and Vesperia have really pierced the western wall. His companion would be Repeed, his partner and canine monster. And finally, we have Don-chan. Don't call me crazy yet. This living drum may not have an insane Smash following, but his series is one of the most popular rhythm series of all time. The reason you may not know this is because they are only very popular in Japan. He was in the arcade Mario Kart crossed over with Project Diva and Kirby in the Drum Master games, and is a canon yokai in Yokai Watch, a big supporter of Nintendo systems. I don't actually know much about the series, but my friend has suggested Donko and or Don Wada. Let me know your thoughts on this and tell me any characters you can think of. So now that we've gone over the entire post, let's talk about it a little bit. So the first thing that I want to go ahead and say is that all of this information is because currently all of these characters and their companions are on the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Everyone Is Here banner. Now obviously, we can actually play as Joker in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and he does not use Morgana at all in his moveset. Yes, you can use Morgana for taunts and other things like that, but he is not a playable fighter. I assume the same thing is going to happen with Slime, where although the hero has Slime right next to him on the banner, we are not going to end up seeing him incorporated into the moveset at all. The one exception to this, however, is Banjo with, of course, Kazooie, who we've already seen in gameplay trailers be a companion that actually, can fight with them. Obviously, his forward smash, he uses Kazooie, he does taunts with Kazooie. Kazooie is a part of Banjo's moveset. So, just because this theory states that you can have a companion, it does not mean they actually have to be playable in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's just that they are going to appear with them on the banner for Everyone Is Here. So now let's go ahead and talk about the characters that could possibly make it in under the theory that the companion theory is actually correct. So there are two characters on this list that I cannot see getting in as of now, those being Amaterasu and Don-chan, so we are not going to talk about them in this video. If you guys think that they have a good chance of making it in, let me know why in the comments section down below, and we can always come back to this theory a little bit later. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the Monster Hunter character first. Now, obviously, a Monster Hunter character has been heavily rumored to come to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at some point in time, namely, first of all, due to the extreme success of the Monster Hunter franchise, but also because we have Rathalos in the game as both an assist trophy, as well as a stage hazard and boss, so seeing a Monster Hunter character join the game when we already have Monster Hunter content in Smash should make perfect sense, right? Well, I'm not exactly sure if that's going to end up being true. Yes, it would be super cool if we saw a Monster Hunter character in Smash, but I am not going to get my hopes up by any means about him, because although I would love to see a Monster Hunter character in Smash, one of the key things about Monster Hunter is that you can customize your own character. Now, the way I could see them getting around this, if maybe they just made one default version of the Monster Hunter, and then similar to the hero, they added in a bunch of different costumes. But I don't think that they're going to be able to incorporate him because there are just so many different types of Monster Hunters. Now, the other theory, and this is probably what they would end up doing if they added in Monster Hunter, is that they would go ahead and do something like what happens with the Miis, where obviously you can choose different moves, and you can make them different sizes and everything. But at this point in time, I think that is going to stick primarily to the Miis, so I'm not going to get my hopes up for a Monster Hunter character. Next up, we have Phoenix Wright, and I'm sure this is a character that a lot of you really want to see in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and personally, I think it'd be super cool to see. Now, for those of you guys who didn't already know, or are unaware of who Phoenix Wright is, basically, he is from the Ace Attorney franchise of games, and honestly, they're pretty fun. Phoenix Wright is a lawyer, and before you guys say anything, yes, Phoenix Wright can actually fight because we saw him as a playable character in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, so he could definitely get a moveset incorporated into him for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, in terms of his chances, if they do decide to add Phoenix Wright into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, they are also going to need to release a game alongside with him. Now, one of the things that I personally believe that Nintendo is currently doing is they are adding in characters that they want to promote outside of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I mean, we saw this happen with Marth and Roy in Super Smash Bros. Melee, where we saw those characters join the roster, and then from there, people wanted to know more about those games. I mean, heck, that's why we got a Dragon Quest hero in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, is because Dragon Quest is extremely popular over in Japan, and we have 2 new Dragon Quest games that they're trying to promote over here in the West. So if they do decide to release a new Phoenix Wright game, I have no issue seeing Phoenix Wright join the battle. And finally, guys, the last character that we need to go ahead and talk about is Yuri Lowell from the Tales game. Now, full disclosure, I have never played Tales of Symphonia or Tales of Vesperia or any of the Tales games, but I have heard from a lot of people that they are extremely good. Now, once again, this is another hero situation because the Tails games are extremely popular over in Japan, and if they wanted to promote them over in the US, the best way to do that would be to put a Tails character into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, once again, Yuri is by far the most popular Tails character out of all of them, but they would probably have a tough time deciding. Now, what I would hope they would do is something similar to the hero, where they add in Yuri Lowell, and they also give a bunch of different character costumes, so we could switch between different Tails heroes, but I'm not sure if that would work because, once again, I've never played any of the Tails games, so if it would, let me know in the comment section down below, because if we got Yuri in the game, who is a character that a lot of people actually really want to see, I'd be pretty excited about it. However, guys, with all of that being said, does the companion theory actually have some kind of credibility to it? Well, once again, if we go ahead and take a look at what we already know, it definitely does. Joker has Morgana, the hero has Slime, and now Banjo has Kazooie, so why wouldn't they want to round off all of these characters with icons as well? I think it'd be super cool to see companions, and they don't even have to be a part of the moveset. Just like Morgana, hopefully they're a part of the taunts, but if they're not a part of the moveset, that doesn't matter at all. However, guys, with that being said, do I believe that it's real? Honestly, at this point, considering we do have a lot of information about it, and it does have some kind of backing to it, yeah, it could possibly be, so hopefully this narrows down the final DLC fighters a little bit more. However, guys, with all of that being said, let me know your thoughts about this theory in the comments section down below. Do you guys believe that this league is real, and would you be happy if it was? Why or why not? Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.